y'all hear me? Yep. Good morning. Good morning, Promised Land Church. How y'all doing this morning? Amen. I just want to thank the pastor and the members for allowing us to be here today. Teen Challenge, which now is called Adult and Teen Challenge. It is a good work. We got 8 centers throughout the whole state of Louisiana. We got centers a center in Shreveport for men, a center in Ruston for men, one in Lafayette for men. Then we have one for women in Franklin. We have one for women with kids in Minden. And we also have the one in New Orleans, and I don't think that I leave anyone out. And we got one, well, we got the second phase, which is in Dotson. And then we have the women's second phase, which is in Winfield as well. And it's just a really great ministry. I just thank churches like y'all who call us out to come minister to y'all, you know what I'm saying, and help us to continue to do the work that we do. And this center here is the New Orleans Center. Give it up for the New Orleans Center. I actually have a couple of staff guys who were with me today. Brother Joel Brown is over there. Brother Joel. And Brother Martin, who's the orchestrator. But, Teen Challenge has done wonders in my life. You're standing here looking at a miracle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was tore up from the floor up, beat up from the feet up, broke, busted, disgusted, breath smelling like mustard. I mean, I was a really bad drug addict. I would steal from you and help you look for it. I was one of those type of addicts. And back in 2008, I just came to my wits' end. I was just tired of living like I was living. I was homeless, living in my car, and I just cried out to Jesus. I said, Jesus, please do something. Please do something, God. I'm tired of living like this. I had been up for nights, just smoking crack. I was renting my car out to the dope man. He was putting me up in the hotel and just using my car to traffic drugs, and he would just feed me drugs. And it just got to a point back in 2008 in the month of June. I just got tired of it. I just got tired of living like that. I cried out to God. My mom had already told me she didn't want to see me again until I was doing right with my life. And I cried out to Jesus, and he sent some people who I've never met in my life in a matter of minutes. I mean, it was like out of nowhere. I met these people, and they began to start telling me about Jesus. They told me about Jesus. They told me they was going to church that day, to leave my car with somebody that I knew in the apartments where I was at. So I did leave it with a guy who I knew who wasn't on drugs, and I went to church with them that day. And after I got out of the church, they actually helped me get into the Salvation Army homeless shelter, and I stayed there for a few days. And these people who I had just met came and visited me every day and just would talk to me about Jesus and tell me about Teen Challenge, that I needed to go. They was like, you got to get out of here. You got to go get you some help. It was like, if you stay out here, you're gonna die, Desi. I know we just met you, but we're really trying to help you. And I actually took heed, and I went through the program. Back when I came to the program back in 2008. The 9th Ward. I'm actually from Atlanta, Georgia originally, so I was kind of like skeptic of coming. And I can remember being there, wanting to leave for the first month. But as time went on, I just really realized that even though I didn't want to be in Teen Challenge, I needed Teen Challenge. You see what I'm saying? And I tell guys all the time, you don't have to be here. You get to be here. Because I mean, this ministry is changing people's lives all over the world, all over the world. And just fast forward to now, I actually got out of Teen Challenge, ended up going off to Bible college, got my bachelor's degree, and then later went to back to school, got my master's, and then just recently I got my AG license through the AG, and God is just really doing mighty things. And I tell people right now that it was a time that my mom said she never wanted to see me again. She changed the locks on the doors and would call the police if I came around. And now I have a key in my pocket, so when I go back, I can just open up this is the van key, but I actually do have the extra key in my pocket to actually just go whenever I'm in town. Yeah, I don't even have to tell them that. So I just thank God for Teen Challenge. I thank God for churches like y'all who continue to sow into the ministry of Teen Challenge, because if it weren't for y'all, there wouldn't be no Teen Challenge. So I just thank God for y'all. And without further ado, I'm just going to call up Brother Martin, who's actually just finished the program. He's interning with us, and he's the choir director. So I'm just going to get him to come on up. Come on up, my brother. Yeah.
19. I actually went to the program about a year ago. I was court ordered, and actually ended up being, like he said, it wasn't something that I wanted to be in, but I got to be in it, and it was probably the best opportunity that I had. My family was about mutually the same. I had gone through jail a couple times, got kicked out. I was not really living with family ever. I was just a bad kid all the way around. And I thought I was a man. That's what it was. What it was my immature behavior that led to me just making decision after decision after decision, thinking that I had the right mindset. And I got to come to this program, got saved, got filled with the Holy Spirit, and it ended up being the best thing that I have. And now I'm doing an internship to give God my 2 pennies. Amen. We got New Orleans Steve John. Glad to see you guys.
If I told you my story, you would hear hope that wouldn't let go. And if I told you my story, you would hear love that never gave up. And if I told you my story, you would hear life, but it wasn't mine. If I should speak, then let it be of the grace that is greater than all my sin, of when justice was served, and where mercy wins, of the kindness of Jesus that draws me in. Oh, to tell you my story is to tell of Him. If I told you my story, you would hear victory over the enemy. And if I told you my story, you would hear freedom that was won for me. And if I told you my story, you would hear life overcome the grave. If I should speak, then let it be of the grace that is greater than all my sin. Oh, when justice was served, and where mercy wins, of the kindness of Jesus that draws me in. Oh, to tell you my story is to tell of Him. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. For the grace that is greater than all my sin, of when justice was served, and where mercy wins, of the kindness of Jesus that draws me in. Oh, to tell you my story is to tell of the grace that is greater than all my sin. Oh, when song, praising my Savior all the day long.
All right, man, look, when I was coming up, I guess about the age of 14, I've been through church my whole life, man, Bible drill. I was sitting in the pews like y'all, watching people like me couldn't talk, man, and played the praise band. And, man, I decided to walk away from all that, man. I just wanted to be what the world wanted, wanted popularity, you know, wanted money. I owned my own business at 21, and, you know, the devil lets you succeed at things, man. He'll help you along the way if he draws you away from Jesus, man. And, you know, so being raised in the church, it was really, really hard for me, you know, to go home. You know, I hid what I was doing from my parents, you know, and, you know, everybody thought I had everything together. You know, this time I wasn't a real drug addict. I got into the lifestyle. You know, I wanted to be the man. You know, I wanted to, you know, sell drugs. I wanted everybody to meet Tim. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, one day just the bottom dropped out, man. And, you know, my parents were there to bail me out. I thank God for the good parents, you know. But I ended up getting married. So up until this point in my life, you know, I defined myself by what I was doing. You know, I defined myself as a business owner, you know, selling dope, you know, and that was who I wanted to be, you know. And then I get married, I want to be a husband and a father now with no skills in that area really, but you know, I've been blessed with some talents to work, so I do that. My wife, she'd been to prison before, and you know, we struggled through her addiction and my addiction, and you know, it was about a year ago at a rehab, faith-based rehab, that you know, we had hit our ends, you know, some charges really, you know, we need to get our life right, you know, our life right, we need to get our life right, so we ended up at this rehab. You know, I found Jesus there, got saved, you know, and all this time, I was thinking I was a Christian, you know, and you read that in James, I believe chapter 2, verse 19, that even the demons believe there's one God.
That's right.
And it was like, I was really convicted because I knew who God was, and I walked away from God, man. And I get out to rehab, you know, you make it 10 months clean, and you know, fell back, and when you turn around, man, them same relationships you built in the world are right there, man. They welcome you in.
Oh, yes.
And so I was sucked back up into IV addiction, and then I ended up with some more charges in another rehab, and it was a secular rehab, and I was sitting there, I was in my bed, and I was just praying to God that He'd do a work in my life. And my dad called the next day, and he was like, you know, your friend Bradley's in Teen Challenge, you know, we're going to get you over there. You know, and God really just moved, like, right in front of my eyes. You know, and it just let me get to a point, you know, it says in Matthew that unless you become like little children, you know what I'm saying, you want to enter the kingdom. I just think about, you know, my niece, you know, walk by, she just holds her hands up because she don't care where I'm going. She just wants to come with me. And that's where Jesus had me, man. Was at a place where I could just, I hold my hands up and He like, just take me with you. I don't want to be here, you know. And, you know, my wife, she's still out there, but, you know, God's working on that situation. I got brought to a place where people I've known for weeks, months, whatever, really take my concerns, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in my life, and it mattered to them. And they pray for me, pray for my wife, people like Brother Des. You know, and I could just testify to that. I could testify to the presence of God being in that place, man. And people like y'all that support the ministry, man. You know, you don't know how many lives you touch just by supporting the ministry, because they don't turn nobody away. They don't care how much money you got or who you are, man. You know, you got a problem, they're there to help you. Thank you.
Isaiah 43 verses 1 and 2 says, "Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name, you are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And through the rivers, they will not overflow." My name's Tommy, and I'm the youngest of 2 kids. We lost our father when I was 7, and being the only boy, this affected me the most. We were left with a mother who would rather hit us than to tell us that she loved us. This built an ironclad relationship between me and my sisters because we shared a common enemy. Then came time for my sister to move out. Me being 6 or 7 years younger, I was left behind. My protection was gone. Depression set in. Looking for acceptance, I found alcohol and my world changed. I didn't hurt so much. Girls liked me. Life went on like this for a few years, but I knew that I had to get away. I jumped at the first opportunity. I moved in with family who said blood meant everything. And there was nothing outside of family. They loved to party. I was home. That was until I came home and found my aunt's boyfriend beating on my little cousin. I tried to stop him. He turned on me, defending my family. I unintentionally killed the man. I went to jail, but where was my family then? The judge said self-defense, justifiable homicide. It was never justifiable to me. I then moved into a toxic relationship with a girl who had a son. She had fibromyalgia and abused her medication. But because of my hunger for love, her son and I developed a bond, one in which he would never know that he was not my biological son. Waking up one morning to go to work, I stepped in the water on the floor, opened the bathroom door to see what the problem was. And floating in the bathtub was her son. Due to her drug abuse in the middle of the night, she forgot her son. I went to jail for 3 years until the judge said that I had done nothing wrong. Trying to move on, I found a job. On my way to the first day, we were hit head on. My face was crushed and I was partially paralyzed. I moved to Mississippi to rehabilitate. While there, I met a girl and we had a son. But because of my condition, I could not support her or her son. She made a decision. I lost another son. I moved back to New Orleans, living behind my older sister, having gotten better. I did well for a little while until I woke up in the middle of the night feeling that something was wrong. I went into my sister's house and found that she had taken a shotgun and committed suicide. I moved in with my mother, finding out she had cancer. We worked on our relationship, and 6 months later, she was dead. Alcohol took over, and even it couldn't cover the pain. I attempted suicide, but I couldn't even do that. I went through different treatments, but I always went back to the bottle. The alcohol justified my pain, and my pain was justified by the alcohol. This led me to another suicide attempt. I stopped at my church, said a prayer, then drove to the Indian River. I stopped my truck and fully clothed, jumped in the river, not planning on coming out. Police showed up everywhere, and for an hour and a half they tried to talk me out. It wasn't until a police officer almost got hurt that I gave up and came to shore. Expecting the worst, defeated, knowing with that kind of manpower I was not going to go unpunished. I asked an officer, where do we go from here? He said, son, we just wanted to help you. Sitting in the psychiatric hospital, I was told how lucky I was. A week earlier, I went to check into a hospital because I was suicidal, but left before they took me to the back. The police had been following me. I was told that it should not have been physically possible for a person in my condition to stay above water for that long. I remember my preacher coming to me while I was in the treatment center years before and opening his Bible, pointing and telling me God told him that this scripture was for me. I read them and had no idea what he meant. While I was in the hospital, I opened my Bible to those verses. Isaiah 43, the second verse changed me forever. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers they will not overflow you. I gave my life to Jesus, then giving him all of my pain. Amen. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, therefore, if any man is in Christ, he is a new creation, the old is past, and the new is come. Yes. In being a new creation, I've been blessed with joy and peace. I've learned to be happy in my tribulations. Romans 5:3 and 4 says to exult in our tribulations, knowing that tribulation brings about perseverance, and perseverance character, and character hope. Today I can stand before you with love in my heart and hope in the Lord. Amen. The load that I carried all those years has been lifted. The emptiness is gone. I've learned to forgive myself. In Matthew 11:28, Jesus says, for all who are heavy laden, come to him and he will give us rest. For 39 years I walked in the wilderness and have been delivered, just as the Hebrews were delivered. With joy in my heart I give thanks and boldly say that I love the Lord. Glory to God. And just this morning I was blessed again. Today is my son's 18th birthday, and I had the privilege of sending him a message to tell him that I love him. I'm still here with him. Glory to God.
I have decided, I call out his name. I'm following Jesus now, and he knows the way. I made up my mind, I leave it behind. No turning back, no turning back. I'm moving on, not looking back. I'm giving him all that I have. No turning back, no turning back. And though I may wander, I am not lost. So many distractions, but I look to the cross. I made up my mind, I leave it behind. No turning back, no turning back. I'm moving on, not looking back. I'm giving him all that I have. No turning back, no turning back. You wanna come with me? He loves you the same. Oh, won't you come with me? Just call out his name. Say I have decided to follow Jesus. Say I have decided I'm following Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. I'm moving on, not looking back. I'm giving him all that I have. No turning back, 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 no turning back. I have decided.
Nothing to go back to. Vomit.
How y'all doing?
Great.
My name's Thibodaux. I'm 28 years old, and I grew up on this bayou, Louisiana. And before coming to Teen Challenge, I was a broken man, struggling with drug addiction, and just holding on to a lot of pain and anger. And since coming to Teen Challenge, it's all turned around. I held on to a lot of anger because I never met my father, and I just felt like it was my fault. Even though I wouldn't show nobody I cared a lot. Then when I came to Teen Challenge, we came to church one day, and the preacher was preaching about how he is the Father, and I identify my Father in Teen Challenge.
Yes.
And his love is forever and everlasting, and it's for everyone.
Yes.
And I won't lie to y'all, after that sermon, I was broken. My heart hurted. I had made my heart cold, and I wanted to leave Teen Challenge just because I didn't know that it felt for my heart to feel like that. And these guys here, man, they show compassion towards one another, and they talk to me, and they comfort me, and they let me know I was in the right place, that the Lord has a plan for me, like he has a plan for each and every one of us.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
And I just look in this church today, and I see a lot of my loved ones here, and to think of the pain I caused them. But they forgiven me. And the Lord has forgiven me. And
Amen.
I'm working on forgiving myself. Jesus is good, y'all. I mean, if he can save me, he can save anybody.
Amen.
Anybody. And when I got the teen challenge, I opened my Bible, and I had been to church in 10 years. And honestly, I thought the next time I go to church would be in a casket. I wasn't going to go again. But I opened my Bible and I read a verse in Proverbs 13:20 that says, "The wise walk with the wise, and for the companions of fools suffers harm." And I didn't want to walk with fools anymore. I wanted to walk with godly and wise men. And that's what these men are. Brother Desert, Brother Joe, these are wise men. And I want to become a wise man so I can walk with my nephew and show him to walk. And I believe God has a plan for all of us. And I just have a message that if y'all know anyone suffering or y'all have any kind of pain in your life, just find godly and wise counsel. For the companions of fools do suffer harm. I know this. Thank you.